Judges 20 verses 1 and 2 present an impressive display of Israelite unity. A huge assembly of Israelites gathers at Mizpeh, sometimes called Mizpah, a few miles from Gibeah. And this Mizpah, or Mizpeh, is in the area of Jerusalem, and not to be distinguished from the other Mizpah on the other side of the Jordan and further north. These Israelites come all the way from Dan in the far north. That tribe has now sinfully moved there, as Judges 18 relates, and from Beersheba in the far south, and everywhere in between. They come from the land of Gilead, that is the part on the other side of the Jordan. So you have the half-tribe of Manasseh, Gad and Reuben coming from the east, Dan, Asher, Naphtali, Issachar, Zebulun, the half-tribe of Manasseh and Ephraim from the north, and Judah and Simeon from the south. Those present at Mizpah include the chiefs of all the people and 4,000 footmen. So both high and low in Israel. And all these, all the children of Israel, are gathered together, as verse 1 puts it, as one man. 400,000 people as one. When it says there is one man, we're not to think, well, it's maybe one man that's double-minded. No, it means one man with one mind and one will, without a single dissenting voice in their midst. That's impressive unity. And this unity is all the more remarkable given two other factors. First of all, at this time, Israel did not have one God-given leader to bring them together. No Moses, no Joshua, as in earlier days. No Saul, no David, no Solomon, for the monarchy was not yet established in Israel. Not even a prophet, not even a judge. For though this is in the book of Judges, there is no judge leading Israel at this point like Othniel or Jephthah or Samson. The second reason why this unity is all the more remarkable is that Israel is more united here than any other time in the book of Judges, including when they had a good judge, including when they won battles against the enemies. Not one of them, not Ehud, not Gideon, not even Deborah or Barak, were ever able to bring all Israel together as one man. And in the days of Deborah and Barak, when perhaps amongst all the judges, Israel was most united in the battle against Sisera, the captain of Jabin, the king of Canaan, even then, Reuben, Gad, Dan, and Asher, just to mention four of the tribes didn't even turn up for the battle. But here, they're all united as one man. The reason for this is that the Levites' very gory message had its desired effect. The sight of his dismembered concubine, blood, bones and all, plus the accompanying explanation, left Israel outraged at the wickedness of Gibeah. They were galvanized as a wave of popular indignation sweeps over them. Judges 19 verse 30. This is what they said upon receipt of that piece of meal. There was no such deed done, nor seen, from the day that the children of Israel came up out of the land of Egypt unto this day. Consider of it on your own. Take advice from other people and speak your minds. So it is that they were all 400,000 of them gathered from north and south and east and west in Mizpah as one man against the sons of Belial in Gibeah. But there was one tribe that was ominously absent. Benjamin. And Benjamin knew of the outrage at Gibeah that had happened just down the road from most of its citizenry. That tribe too had received that strangely shaped and foul-smelling piece of meal, because that concubine of the Levites had been cut into 12 pieces, one for each tribe, including Benjamin, for it had been sent into all the coasts of Israel. They knew. Benjamin also knew of the assembly of the 11 tribes at Mizpah. And in brackets, at the start of verse 3 of chapter 20, we read, "Now the children of Benjamin heard that the children of Israel were gone up to Mizpah." And even then, after they got the piece of post, and after they saw the unity of the 11 tribes, and they're just down the road at Mizpah, they still didn't come. Why is that? The last verse in the book of Judges. "In those days there was no king in Israel. Every man did that which was right in his own eyes." This applies here especially to the tribe of Benjamin. Benjamin did what was right in Benjamin's own eyes. And living according to that godless philosophy, church authority and that church assembly were despised because it didn't fit in with their plans. They didn't like it. Doing what was right in their own eyes, they can get stuffed over in this part. We're not coming. Benjamin, to echo some New Testament terms, did not submit to Jesus Christ, the King of Israel. There was no king ruling in the thoughts and hearts and minds of the people of Benjamin. And therefore, it did what was right in its own eyes. If there had been a king in its thinking, the crown rights of Jesus had been accepted, it would have done what was right in God's eyes, and it would have showed up, put in an appearance. But it didn't. Therefore, it disobeyed and dishonoured God, not merely the 11 tribes, but dishonoured God by sinfully absenting itself from this disciplinary assembly. It should have been there, and they knew it, but they stayed at home. And this same Benjamite iniquity is seen today if an erring church member or family or congregation refuses to meet church office bearers engaged in disciplinary work. That's the issue. And this speaks to us, beloved, because if ever you should stray, or me for that matter, and the elders seek to meet with you, or me for that matter, you must agree to that. And that's the third vow of a member in a Reformed church. Do you agree with the doctrines taught in that church? Do you promise to live a new and godly life? And thirdly, do you promise to submit to church government, as everybody does in the church? And then secondly, if you should become delinquent, do you promise to submit to church discipline, so that when you're admonished, you listen, you do what's asked of you, you answer, you explain yourself, and you even submit to formal discipline without just becoming stubborn and kicking at the pricks? That's the issue.